grow strong, hold you up where you belong, feed you in the darkest night, and lift you up into the light. I thought I could do it alone. I ran so fast through that rat race, I thought I could do it alone. Not one said in that lonesome place, you're home, you're home, sweet home. Roots grow deep, roots grow strong, hold you up where you belong, feed you in the darkest night, and lift you up into the light. I finally found you one day. We sat still by the old oak tree. I finally found you one day. Love blossomed in my memory of home, my own sweet home. Roots grow deep, roots grow strong, hold you up where you belong, feed you in the darkest night, and lift you up into the light. And then when you opened my eyes, and every soul was shining there, and then when you opened my eyes, I saw they had been always there. Home, my own sweet home. Roots grow deep, roots grow strong, hold you up where you belong, feed you in the darkest night, and lift you up into the light. Yeah, roots grow deep, roots grow strong, hold you up where you belong, feed you in the darkest night, and lift you up into the light. Hold the chicken, hold the meat, just serve him up whole wheat. Never try to trim his beard, scissors are his only fear. He waits on me like I'm a queen, he's Santa Claus on Halloween. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty, he'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. They could keep their ivy halls and the mega shopping malls. The junk store is his favorite place, Hawaiian shirts and a tweed suitcase. He doesn't own a suit or tie except one from 1895. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty, he'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. Take it there, boys. He doesn't text, but he is wise. He hates long goodbyes. He likes when you say what you mean and don't chatter on like a talk machine. Fashion doesn't mean a thing. He can't dance, but he sure can sing. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty, he'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. He'd give you his last dime, he works hard all the time. He likes deals and bartering, that's how he got my wedding ring. He can fix up our guitars, but not so much on a car. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The
blows at us from all sides,
but he stands strong,
listening inside.
He likes love and honesty. He'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind,
That boy of mine,
he's one of a kind,
that boy of mine,
oh, he's my rock,
that boy of mine. If you'll be staying home for about 2 years, with all your kids are all alone, quick get yourself to the shelter or a store and bring a dog back home. I feel sorry for those that don't have one, or maybe even two. For everyone alive deserves true love, even politicians do. Love at first sight, unconditional love, companions brave and true, buddies for life with a waggly tail, loyal and true blue. You can see or hear or taste or have no sense of smell. Your dog can help you with these things, then save you when you fall into that well. Or maybe you need a security guard, or nurse when you fall in. A psychiatrist there beside your own couch, and your dog will not send you a bill. Love at first sight, unconditional love, companions brave and true, buddies for life with a waggly tail, loyal and true blue. It's 3 a.m., you've staggered back home. You sneak in through the back door of your house. There you are met with a great big happy kiss. A dog is not your spouse. Dogs can be trained to sit and shake and fetch, and never go inside the house. To lift the lid before they hike their leg, a dog is not your spouse. Love at first sight, unconditional love, companions brave and true, buddies for life with a waggly tail, loyal and true blue. There's Dachshunds and Dalmatians, Chihuahuas and Great Danes, Scooby-Doo, Pluto and Snoopy. There are bulldogs for Churchill and corgis for the Queen, and a lucky mongrel mutt that looks like me. From hundreds of breeds you can select mongrels, mutts, or mix.
I can't hear. Continue.
Yep.
No problem. It would actually help if
Hey,
Sorry about that.
they don't call it the Masters volume for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No. That was, we're good to go now, I think.
Cool.
Well,
Greetings and welcome
to
to Fortnight of Doom, Season 5,
episode 9.
IX.
IX or 9, yes.
9.
That's a big one.
That's the big one, yes, indeed.
9X.
All right.
Okay.
I think I wear a 9X.
So, penultimate.
Yeah. So and God, in a few more months, it's going to be season 6.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty amazing. Pretty darn amazing and pretty darn cool. But well, welcome everyone. It's good to be here on this kind of rainy afternoon here in Edmonds, Washington, at least.
Typical for this time of year.
Yeah. I'm just looking out the window. And, it's pretty typical weather here, which is yeah.
Yep.
But,
Okay, well, we are the Whateverly Brothers.
Yes,
and
indeed.
Those lovely people over there
2 of our
are
favorite people.
Curtis and Loretta.
Aw.
Uh,
Thanks, you guys. You're our favorite people. Cool to see you.
I've even got one of your pens on, you know.
I know he does. I'd zoom in, but I can't.
I would sell it on eBay, but I can't bear to part with it.
Then I have to sell that Aloha shirt. Too.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'd probably. Okay.
Yeah, speaking
Which I
of,
think I wore last time or the
Speaking
time
of
before.
shirts, we have. This is our second time with you guys on the Fortnight of Doom, but we've interacted pretty much entirely online, except for the one time when you guys showed up at. I finally met you when you came to the Couth.
Yeah, Chris
Hey,
Buzzard.
hey, Dan interacted with us before that, though.
Yeah, but I had
Yeah,
not.
at Tumbleweed.
we missed you all those years.
Yeah, we saw Dan at Tumbleweed Folk Festival.
And you're the sound man, so
Yeah.
we love you.
They all say that until it doesn't work. But I think they're extremely cool because they immediately gave us shirts, like Hawaiian shirts, and I thought that was extremely cool. And when we play in the summer, that's our uniform, shorts and Hawaiian shirts. And so I was wearing it all summer long, which is a happy thing. So
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Well,
All right.
I'd like to propose a toast.
All right.
Our far-flung friends.
Yes,
here,
indeed.
Who,
All
the
the way.
wonders of
Fling them together.
cyber something or other.
Cyberspace, all the way
Here we are.
from Minnesota. There we go. Yeah.
Ah,
I'm actually one of the reasons we keep doing this, besides it's fun, but secondly, it's because we can bring folks in from wherever, and that's something that I don't think we get to do very often. And secondly, we can chat, we can talk, we can hang out, and it's a different way of doing this. So yeah.
you know, and we've been coming out to the Pacific Northwest for decades and decades,
Yeah.
and this is not nearly as good as going there.
Yeah.
You know,
Person.
but it helps.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, we have folks from all over the place who might not
Oh, yeah.
might not otherwise see you. So there you go. So yeah.
All right.
All right. Well,
Well,
yeah.
We may as well do a couple songs so that you can do a couple of songs
Right.
and all that.
Yeah. Let me get myself
This
sorted.
is a song we've been doing a lot because we just like it so much.
Yep.
I guess it was written by Jimmy Buffett. It's on one of his albums.
Mm-hmm.
I ran it first from a guy named Ted Hawkins, who's a busker down in Venice, on Venice Beach down in Southern California. And I didn't know where it was from until I listened, until I downloaded a Jimmy Buffett album, and there it was.
Oh, hang on.
And so, oh yes, there's
Oh.
eight strings to tune there.
I just tuned this damn thing.
All right, time for tuning joke.
Uh,
Except I've used
Just-
all the ones I know, so you'll know the answer to this. Some of you people.
wow.
He's got it. He's got it.
Puppies on a pile of cantaloupes.
I don't know.
Melancholy babies.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
Down around Biloxi, pretty girls are dancing in the sea. They all look like sisters in the ocean. The boy will fill his pail with salty water, and the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. Sun shines on Biloxi, air is filled with vapors from the sea. Boy will dig a pool beside the ocean. He sees creatures from his dream underwater, and the sun will blow from off towards New Orleans. Stars can find, stars can see Biloxi. Stars can find their faces in the sea. We are walking down beside the ocean. We are splashing naked in the water, and the sky's red from off towards New Orleans. Down around Biloxi, pretty girls are dancing in the sea. They all look like sisters in the ocean. The boy will fill his pail with salty water, and the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. And the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans. And the storms will blow from off towards New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay. Dropping instruments all over the place. Hats falling off. Total chaos.
Oh yeah, that's the way we roll. So we're going to do a little a cappella. In that case, if you're a pirate, it's argapella.
Yeah.
Yeah. Argapella. This would be from our good friend Tom Lewis.
Yes. Who sometimes lurks.
He does lurk. Yes.
Lurks somewhere here in the audience.
Yes, exactly.
Every once in a while.
All right.
He just might be lurking.
You might be lurking. You never know. Yeah.
Hi, Tom.
We go. This dirty town has been my home since last time I was sailing, but I'll not stay another day. I'd sooner be a whaling, except that we use cameras now, just so you know. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Paid off me score and then ashore, me money soon was flying, with Judy Lee upon my knee and in my ear a lying. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. With me newfound friends, Me money spends and just as fast as a winkin'. And when I make to clear the slate, the landlord says, keep drinking. Oh Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer in sailors. With me money gone and me clothes in pawn, and duties set for leaving. 6 months' pay gone in, blimey, 3 days, and Judy is not grieving. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. When the crimp comes round, well, I'll take his pound, and his hand I'll be shaking. Tomorrow morn, sail for the Horn, and just as dawn is breaking. Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. And for one last trip from port I'll ship, and when I'm back I'm swearing I'll settle down in my hometown and go no more seafaring.
Until the next time.
Oh, Lord above, send down a dove with beak as sharp as razors to cut the throats of them there blokes what sells bad beer to sailors. Tom Lewis did that one. Right.
Cheers.
Okay, here comes the good part.
Yeah.
That was a good part. You guys, I love your harmonies. They're
Thank you. All
so right on. Perfect.
Well, would you, how about, since you're here, you might as well play some music.
All right. Sounds good.
Oh, us? Sure.
Who was?
Well, I don't know if we use our folk license too much, but if we do, we don't do it on purpose because, we hear these songs. This song, well, I'll tell you about the song in a minute, but it's like we play them for a few years, traditional songs,
Yep.
and then we listen to a recording of them, and we go, man, we don't sound that much like the original one anymore. You guys are doing a good job there.
We folk
So-
process for sure.
But anyway,
Well, I thank God for the folk process as far as I'm concerned.
well,
All right.
Well, we wish you all good health, and we learned this from the wonderful the late Owen Fife, who was one of the greats that was whelped from the Renaissance circuit. A
Owen
health to
Fife.
the company, and this is traditionally an a cappella song, but we're going to do it with mandocello and harp, and we do wish you all health. This is the way I care to interpret this old ballad, rather than a health to a literal company, which I think it was actually written for. And I hope, for health's sake, I hope you have all gone into training in order to deal with the impending holiday. That's why they put all those bags out of candy so early, all those bags of candy, so you can start, like about right now, eating 2 pieces a day. And then the next day you eat 3 or 4 until you build up to Hallows Eve, and then you are prepared for the situation. But we will dedicate this to all of you out there.
All right. A health to the company.
Oh, yeah. Health to you all. Here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet her again. Kind friends and companions, come join in my rhyme and lift up your voices in chorus with mine. Come drink and be merry, all grief to refrain, for we may all might never all meet her again.
So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may all might never all meet her again.
Our ship lies in harbor, she's ready to sail. I wish her safe passage past doldrums and gales. And if e'er we should meet again on land or on sea, I will always remember your kindness to me.
So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may all might never all meet her again. My footsteps may falter, my wit, it might fail.
My course may be challenged by November gales.
Ere fortune shall prove to be friend or be foe, you will always be with me wherever I go. So here's a health to the company and one to my lass. Let us drink and be merry, all out of one glass. Let us drink and be merry, all grief to refrain. For we may all might never all meet her again.
Health to you all.
Good health to everyone.
That is a lovely version. of
Ears
that.
back on.
It really is.
Well, I know everybody out in the Pacific Northwest knows that this is a Celtic harp. And
Yes.
probably across the country, many people know that. Just
And
a
this-
little smaller than the concert harp.
This is a Gibson Mandocello that was made in 1912. I have to admit, I saw my first Mandocello, God, back in the early 70s in Seattle, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
And nobody knew what they were, but I didn't care. I was in love.
Oh yeah, that's the same with my Citroen, which hopefully
Yeah.
I'm getting back soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well, let's have another one, shall we?
All right.
I'm going to grab my guitar. Here.
All right, we'll get his guitar out. And
You know, almost all
Go ahead,
ballads
Doctor.
can have a little Halloween in them, I think.
Ah, perfect.
this one is one I wrote, and we're going to try to get people to sing along. We'll teach you your part.
Yeah, we'll just teach you your part. I mean, we are folk musicians, and we are obligated, without contract even, to get you to sing along. So we're going to do what folk musicians do. We're going to teach you your part, and you have to memorize it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Yes.
We won't even make you practice because we won't be able to hear you practicing. So
We'll just know that you're doing it.
yeah, we'll just know. Ready? We had to take our headphones off so we can hear each other.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right, here we go. This is called Somebody I Could Sue. Now here's your part, and we'll play it one time, and then we'll start the actual song. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now, how does that go?
We forget
This
the
is your
words.
part.
Here's our part. 1, 2, 3, 4. Na 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 na.
Now, if you get this
Gotta do this part.
recording, we want you to sing along on every song on the recording. But if you are driving like in rush hour traffic, if you're going to sing na 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 na, look forward. Don't look at the driver next to you in rush hour.
Don't be doing
traffic.
this or
Yeah.
or this.
And the reason you become folk musicians, this is called Somebody I Can Sue, is you can wear any kind of hat you want to anywhere. You can, and no one ever sues you because they know better. I mean, I don't know if anybody ever been sued out there. It seems to me to be like the the New Age version of the Spanish Inquisition. You know, they just drag you into this room and start asking you questions. But anyway, sing along.
That's your part. I bet you've already got it memorized. So here we go. Somebody I could sue.
We'll dedicate this to good attorneys everywhere.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Janie did it, don't blame me. I learned that when I was 3. I wouldn't play, she called me quitter. Made me so mad I had to hit her. This happens every single time. They should arrest you for this crime. You buy a gallon of ice cream, and I eat it till my thighs would scream. When you got no one to blame but yourself, oh, you'd sure like to pin it on somebody else. There must be somebody I could sue. Somebody I could pass this buck. Na 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 na. He passed me going way too fast and cut me off, so I hit the gas. I stuck to him close as I could. He slowed down to smash my hood. It's not my fault, don't look at me. What a stupid place to plant a tree. I just backed up, what can I say? It was standing right there in my way. When you got no one to blame but yourself, oh, you'd sure like to pin it on somebody else. There must be somebody I could sue. Somebody I could pass this buck. Na 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 na. You do this to me all the time. Don't get your way and then you whine. So I get mad, don't talk for days. I'll show you, I'll make you pay. Why won't you just end this fight? Do it my way, do it right. You never listen to a word. I have to yell just to be heard. When you got no one to blame but yourself, oh, you'd sure like to pin it on somebody else. There must be somebody I could sue. Somebody I could pass this buck. Na 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 na. Call my lawyer, life's not fair. Where's my success? Where's my share? I'm stuck down in this endless rut because no one will pick me up. The world's got it in for me. I burned myself with hot coffee, lost my cash and Powerball. And how come you never call? When you got no one to blame but yourself, oh, you'd sure like to pin it on somebody else. There must be somebody I could sue. Somebody I could pass this buck. Na 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 na. Somebody I could pass this buck. Na 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 na.
Very cool.
Oh, I feel so much more cured.
Was that
We always feel better after we sing that for some reason.
it's like,
was there an event that triggered that song perchance?
oh, I got that in my ears on.
Let me think. You know, I wrote that a long, long time ago. Yes, it was something that I did. I can't remember what it was. It was something that I did. And then I realized it was, you know, I was like yelling at somebody. Then I realized it was my own fault. But I've blotted it out of my mind what this terrible error was that I did. I think maybe I didn't bring my cart back to the shopping
You know,
cart
Loretta
corral or
is
something.
a real rough gal, I tell you.
Yeah, you see carts all over, and then I forgot to do mine one
She drinks
time.
a Coca-Cola every once in a while, and you would think she was dancing on a table in a tavern after she gets done. I mean, it's such a big deal. You
That's
know?
what I'm drinking tonight, man.
Whatever she did, whatever inspired that song, I'm sure it has something to do with me.
Yeah, I blotted it out. Something that I did really bad, but I have to do that regression thing where you go back in your memory and try to figure out what it was.
And I'm sure it had to do with me, and you never admitted it.
I don't know.
Well,
It
yeah,
was
I
so
mean-
long ago.
Anyway,
I don't know.
Well,
don't tell me.
yes.
It is time,
Oh, yes.
ladies and gentlemen,
For
boys and girls, and
get
any
it
other
the right way.
pronouns I may have missed.
There we go. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just get this
Oh,
first.
yes, and any non-binary or otherwise
Yeah, there we go.
convinced
All right.
people are out there. It is time for the
Folky
Folky
Inquisition.
Inquisition.
Oh, the Inquisition, yeah.
Okay, and I'm working on making these easy. As a matter of fact, I think this one is I did about like 5 years ago. Recycled the questions since I've run out of questions. All right, so here we go. Number one. What Kingston Trio hit was based on a true story of a post-Civil War love triangle.
Okay. And by the way, it should be mentioned that that friends, pets, and performers on the show and hosts are not eligible for said prize.
Nuts.
All right.
Okay.
Yep,
Because
yeah,
I know the answer.
Yeah, you
'Cause
know
I
the answer.
Thought it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
one
know the
more
answer
time.
because I can see it right there.
Yeah. Okay, one more time. What Kingston Trio hit was based on a true story of a post-Civil War love triangle?
Okay. All right.
Dun, 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 dun,
Let's see what happens.
dun, dun,
Should we do a
dun.
song while we're?
Yeah,
Let's do a
actually,
song.
yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We're gonna. This is our one fairly spooky set here
Somewhat.
because there's like ghosts in it in each of the songs,
Ah, this is a good one.
Cool. Ooh.
and this song is called "She Moved Through the Fair." Apparently, one verse goes back a long time, but all the rest of them were written within our lifetimes. Some of us being older than others.
I think the eternal question in the song is what happened when she moved, when she came out the other side of the fair.
I think she died.
There you go. It's a folk song.
It's got to have a body count. Oh, and the other thing is that in the first verse, there's a word that is not one of those normal words that you hear very often. Kine. Kine. And that's as a word for cattle. And in old time, out there in the country, the kind of thing, really a measure of your wealth was how many cows you had.
Yes.
So there you go.
Yeah, it would be hard in my yard. So here we go.
My young love said to me, my mother won't mind, and my father won't slight you for your lack of kind. And she stepped away from me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding day. She stepped away from me, and she moved through the fair, and fondly I watched her move here and move there. Then she went away homeward with one star awake, like the swan in the evening moves over the lake. And the people were saying no two were ever wed, but one had a sorrow that never was said. And she smiled as she passed me with her goods and her gear, and that was the last that I saw of my dear. I dreamt it last night, my young love came in. So softly she entered, that her feet made no din. Then she came close beside me, and this she did say, it will not be long, love, till our wedding
Oh, beautiful. Oh, man, that was beautiful.
Right. And
Time out. So that had a ghost,
that had a ghost. We got another one.
and this one has a ghost.
Yep.
And this is a very famous song. It's funny, people still actually introduce it as Irish, as being from Dublin. And actually, it was written in Britain
Of
for
course.
the music hall, actually in Newcastle upon Tyne,
Uh-huh.
where you don't want to bring any coals.
No.
So with that in mind,
I should mention to anybody who cares, if they don't know, these are penny whistles. This is a C whistle. What I just played was a low D. It's an octave below a low G, sorry, octave below G whistle, which is really small, the regular one. Oh,
Okay.
these have extra verses.
oh yeah, and there are two extra verses beyond the three that most people know that came from a Prairie Home Companion show of about, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago. Mm-hmm. They were taught to me by my good friend Wayne Paulson.
Here we go. Cockles and mussels.
By the way, anybody out there, are the instrument and the voice coming in together?
We've had good comments so
We've
far.
had good comments so far.
Yep.
At least about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Play the song.
Without further ado. In Dublin's fair city, where girls are so pretty, 'twas there that I first met sweet Molly Malone. She wheeled her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She was a fishmonger, and sure 'twas no wonder, for thus were her mother and father before. They wheeled their wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died of a fever, and no one could save her, and that was the end of sweet Molly Malone. Now her ghost wheels her barrow through streets broad and narrow, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, crying cockles and mussels, alive, alive, oh. She died back in August from Staphylococcus, that she caught from a mussel, in which germs had grown. Her coffin was narrow and fit her wheelbarrow, and we tenderly buried sweet Molly Malone. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, and we tenderly buried sweet Molly Malone. Alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, and we tenderly buried sweet Molly Malone. Call me foolish or selfish, but I never eat shellfish.
Ew.
Neither cockles nor mussels nor French escargot. Eating food that's a folly if it's creepy and crawly. And I do not eat food that's alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh. And I do not eat food that's alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh, alive, alive, oh. And I do not eat food that's alive, alive, oh. Happy Halloween.
Oh.
Woo.
All right.
Did you guys? Did you write those? Did you write those extra verses?
No, they
No,
said that right there.
I missed that at the beginning.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Cool. I missed that at the
Avoid Irish sushi. Yes.
beginning. That was great.
My friend Wayne and Jean picked it up when they went to a live
Okay. Yeah.
companion show.
We do have a winner. That was Claire of Hank and Claire.
Yay!
And the answer is
Tom Dooley.
Tom Dooley.
Yes.
Very first
Yeah, yeah.
song I ever learned to play on guitar.
Yeah.
Nice 2-chord song.
Speaking
The
of
G, two-finger
there we
A7.
Speaking of shellfish, I I have to.
Okay.
I got put off of oysters early on. I was visiting France with my my aunt. I was 9 at the time, and we had gone to the Pyrenees, and we came down to their holiday house down in the south of France, and we stopped at Le Canon, which was the place, and there was this huge big thing of oysters, and our host grabbed one and said, "Here, eat this." And he shucked it and opened it up, and I ate it, and it put me off oysters for years and years and years. To this day, I won't eat raw oysters. However, pan-fried oysters are a different matter.
I have the same kind of experience. We went off. We were up from California visiting up the Kitsap Peninsula where my grandparents lived.
Right.
And one night we went out oyster picking, and went out to Hood Canal and picked up oysters, and for however long.
Yep.
And then we got back to the house, and my father, and they put in a pail with water and stuff. He just sucked an oyster and went and ate it, and said, "Yeah, I could feel it swimming down my throat." It just totally grossed me out.
Oh, me
The other
too.
thing, when I was a kid, grew up in the UK, we used to call them winkles, the little tiny snails that you could get. We lived in Essex at the time on Island Mud Flats, and you took the meat out with a pin, and it took a lot to make any particular amount, but it always kind of grossed me out because, as I said, at age of 9, I was not going to eat seafood ever again, and I didn't until I got here, and I found out what real oysters and real good seafood is like. Yeah. All right. So what are we doing next? Are we doing a video?
I don't know what we're doing.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Let me look at the.
Let's find out what we're doing.
Where's the program?
I don't know. You tell me.
Get your program.
Yeah. There it is.
Okay. What
Yeah.
are we doing here?
Oh.
What musician?
Oh, you get to do a couple more.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
well, I got to tell you, see, I grew up in Texas, so I didn't have this oyster problem, you know. Thank God. Yeah. But jalapenos, that was the deal that little kid, 9-year-olds went around the family table with all the uncles there. And I want one of those. Oh, no, you're too young. You know, oh, you're way too young. And so you spend your whole childhood begging. And these guys just patiently wait to give you one, waiting to crack up, you know, and they give, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that's kind of like the Texas oysters. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So we're playing a song.
Rocky Mountain oysters.
There we go. No.
No, we don't. We don't do that. We don't do those.
Oh, you know, I'm Yeah, I could go into believe it
We're
or
not
not,
going- no.
being vegetarian.
Don't. That's okay.
We're not going
pretty
there.
much vegetarians, and it's like I come from a long line of cattle ranchers and barbers, believe it or not. So,
What happened
what can
to you?
I say?
Look how he ended up.
Yeah.
well,
Vegetarian
yeah,
with long.
Well,
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do a song. This is called Santa Claus on Halloween.
Halloween.
This is a song Loretta wrote for me. But I have to ask you folks now, how do we have any
Treasure hunters.
thrift store treasure hunters out
aficionados.
there?
Yep, I see them
Oh.
raising their hand.
Oh yeah,
bunch
they're
of
out
people.
there.
They love.
I
thrift
tell you
stores.
what. So this
Chris
time of
does.
year, you should go to the thrift store because they save all these cool Aloha shirts and things like that. Funny, bright stuff, and they put it right in the middle of the store. And I think the concept is you're making your own Halloween costume, your own individual. But I just find my own clothes there. And they always seem to have a whole bunch of these headbands too. I don't know where they get all these headbands. Can you see that? Yeah. Anyway, I always do that with ties when I'm in little towns. I go up to the old lady and the old lady like me and ask them, where do you get all those headbands? They've never gotten my joke before.
They never get it.
you
They
know?
never get it.
But
We're old
we're folk
hippies,
musicians. We can wear headbands if we want to.
We're old hippies. You got to think back.
So anyway, a couple years ago, I found a real deal Santa Claus outfit. I mean, it was a professional antique thing, and so we have two sets of steps in front of our house. And on Halloween night, I got my big stuffed chair. I put all my candy in a white laundry sack. I sat there, and little kids would run up that first set of steps real fast with their buckets and their bags held out, and they would look at me, and their eyes got big and their jaws dropped, and they proceeded up the last set of steps with great awe and reverence. And before they could say trick or treat, I asked them, I said, have you been good this year? And they were in shock. They told the truth. They said, well, not all the time. And so I said, well, the truth is worth a whole handful of candy anytime. So she was watching me, and she wrote me this
I wrote
song.
this song for him. I have to say though, the teenagers were not in awe of him. They thought he
No. They
had a
ran home and
problem.
got their butterfly nets.
had a problem, guy. Wrong holiday. So this is called Santa Claus on Halloween. We got to
No
take
wonder
our
I'm going
headphones
deaf.
off so we can hear.
We're so used to wearing earmuffs up here, It's like forget to take off my earphones.
We don't even have any snow yet though, so
No, it's true.
no earmuffs yet. Here we go.
Here I go.
Hold the chicken, hold the meat. Just serve him up whole wheat. Never try to trim his beard. Scissors are his only fear. He waits on me like I'm a queen. He's Santa Claus on Halloween. He's one of a kind. That boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty. He'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. They can keep their ivy halls and the mega shopping malls. The junk store is his favorite place. Hawaiian shirts and a tweed suitcase. He doesn't own a suit or tie except one from 1895. He is one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty. He'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. Take it there, boy. He doesn't text, but he is wise. He hates long goodbyes. He likes when you say what you mean and don't chatter on like a talk machine. Fashion doesn't mean a thing. He can't dance, but he sure can sing. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty. He'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. He'd give you his last dime. He works hard all the time. He likes deals and bartering. That's how I got my wedding ring. He can fix up our guitars, but not so much on a car. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. The world pulls at us from all sides, but he stands strong, listening inside. He likes love and honesty. He'll stand by you, he'll stand by me. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. He's one of a kind, that boy of mine. Oh, he's my rock, that boy of mine. There he is.
Here I am.
I was going to say in person, but kind
Yay
of
me.
virtually in person. There he is.
So
This one's-
yeah, well,
This one's a little spooky. This next
yeah, but
one, yeah.
the thrift store. I mean, to me, shopping at thrift stores is like it's kind of like one of the ultimate types of recycling, really. And you said some of you wear aloha shirts. I wear them all winter too, and I live in Minnesota. I just put long underwear under them. I used to live in Hawaii, so I tell people this is just Hawaiian plaid. If you live in Minnesota, it's just Hawaiian plaid. It's like it's okay.
We're into plaid,
This is like the best place in the world to buy used aloha shirts because it's so cold here. Everybody at some point in their life goes to Hawaii, and they get there and they buy one of these shirts, and they get back, here and they never wear it again. They put it in their closet for several years, because they're frugal. And then they give it to a thrift store, and then you get these brand new aloha shirts here. Really, it's really true.
Then
like
Curtis
awesome.
scarfs them up.
So anyway, but this is, and that thing you were saying about the Jimmy Buffett, in the old days you could go, yeah, well, this is probably a traditional song, so we'll record it, and it's like there was no internet, so but nowadays, you can't do that. So now this song, I thought for sure we haven't played this in years. A couple of days ago we thought, well, we'll try this for Halloween, and for this show, and I thought, well, this is a traditional song, but the great somebody wrote smoke too. Merle Travis wrote this song. It's called "The
Don't have
Long
the
Black
photo.
Veil."
Yeah, long black veil. And we found out, many years ago, it's not traditional, but it's a
The
little
late
bit.
great, what's his name? I'm really bad with names. Merle Travis. Yeah, he wrote some really great songs. He really did. So we'll try this. We don't actually know this anymore, but what the
Make all
heck,
your
it's Halloween,
excuses.
right?
Make your excuses up front. That's what I always say.
Do you know we're 10 miles from here is Anoka, Minnesota. That is the world
The Halloween capital
capital
of the country.
of the world.
Of the world?
Yeah,
The country.
of
I
the
don't know.
country. I
Something,
don't
but
know.
it's a big deal.
But I just assumed, when I first moved here, I heard that. I thought, well, shoot. I assumed any time of year you could go up to somebody's house and ring the doorbell, and they would bring you a piece of candy.
So he tried it one
But
time.
don't try it. No,
it
it's
didn't
not true,
work out.
no.
They decorate on this giant parade, and for some reason
I'm
it's
stalling.
it's
Make sure.
it's the
Sorry.
capital.
Okay, here we go. Kind of scary. She should have shed a tear. Here we go. 10 years ago, on a cold, dark night, someone was killed neath the town hall light. There were few at scene, but they all agreed a slayer who ran looked a lot like me. She walks these hills in a long black veil, visits my grave when the night winds wail. Nobody knows
but me. The judge said, son, what is your alibi? If you were somewhere else, then you won't have to die. I spoke not a word, though it meant my life. I had been in the arms of my best friend's wife. She walks these hills in a long black veil, visits my grave when the night winds wave. Nobody knows and nobody sees. Nobody knows but me. The gallows stood high, eternity near. She stood in the crowd and she shed not a tear. But sometimes at night when a cold wind moans in a long black veil, she cries o'er my bones. She walks these hills in a long black veil, visits my grave when the night winds wave. Nobody knows and nobody sees. Nobody knows but me.
Oh yeah,
Suitably somber.
that was yes.
Long black veil. Yeah.
I actually, for some odd reason, thought it was traditional too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
you're a mess.
Yeah, the internet just shattered all our dreams of all these things. We used to think the song Edelweiss was an old traditional song from Austria. We found out Rodgers and Hammerstein wrote it for that show, for The Sound of Music. And we told people that for years. but
Well, and we,
was-
we recorded this Irish song thinking, obviously it's a traditional song. And then we found out later that a fellow wrote it, somebody, years later after we recorded it. And then we were a little apprehensive. And then we found out the guy was a banker, Oh, no.
That and an attorney.
And we get this letter from
somebody
Dermot Kelly.
put us in contact. Yeah.
Dermot Kelly, he said, oh, that's such a beautiful version. He said, well, but you owe me. He said,
We're like, "Oh,
I
geez."
want a copy of the recording. He
Yeah,
said.
that was what we had to
we
pay
got
him.
lucky on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I did that on my solo album too, on Shawneetown. It sounded traditional.
Yeah, some of them, boy,
Later, Hank Kramer told me, "Hey, Dylan Buston wrote it."
I know. There's some good songwriters out there, historic.
I know. Oh
money.
yes, yeah.
And the recording.
All right.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
yeah.
Go.
No, go ahead.
Well, you can't even do speculative history about ballads anymore. I mean, in the old days, you could play an old ballad and you could listen to the story, and obviously you could figure out exactly what happened, what it was about, and even the date sometimes would come into your mind.
I know. Yeah.
But then nowadays,
now-
it's like nowadays people stand up with their phones and go, "No,
That's not right. In the back of the audience. Hey, man, I just Googled
speculative
that.
history is gone."
I know it's a whole new world, whether we like it or not. So it comes. This is the time where we actually do a video, and if I don't have anything of ours, which we don't at the moment, I usually head to YouTube and troll YouTube for in this case appropriate or maybe inappropriate Curtis and Loretta YouTube videos. I found one, so I'm not going to say anything about it. It was too cute to not do. So anyway.
Uh-oh.
Oh God, we're a precious moment, aren't we?
Oh,
What a
jeez.
precious moment. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the screen and just either mute yourself or be quiet. So, and we will be right back with
Unless
this.
you have really large objections.
Here we go. So yeah, here we go.
We should mute. 3. 1, 2, 3. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, stomp your feet. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, shout hooray, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do a freak, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, do a freak, hooray! If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, do a freak, hooray!
Good job, you guys.
I just could not resist that.
Oh, yeah, no, we love doing rendezvous, early
Yeah.
American festival.
Yeah.
When we were young, we did the Renaissance circuit, and we got a little tired of sleeping in the mud for no pay. But other than that, it was kind of exciting, when you're young. But then one day I looked in the mirror and I thought, man, I just don't look that good in leotards anymore.
I was thinking the same thing about me.
So the early American stuff is
I
good.
went early American. That was actually at the Brookings Summer Arts Festival many years ago. Yeah, that was a great bunch of kids. They love coming up stage. I just think when I was a kid at that age, I would love to come up and sing on stage with somebody. It's just they just want to so bad. It's just so cool for them to experience that.
Oh, I know, and it's just and there's some good video of you out there, which was fun. And a lot of video from that festival, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she put some on, but you never know
Yeah.
who.
Yeah, somebody else put those
Who's going
on.
to put on what?
Yeah,
And
but not
they-
only that. Usually, I have to do something, clean up the sound of something, and actually a bit blurry because of the age. But I did nothing to it. Didn't need to.
Oh, okay.
Which is pretty rare.
Does this happen to you? It's like we've done so many shows through the years where they say, and part of your pay, you get a video.
Yeah.
We've never gotten one.
Well,
It's like
sometimes we
10
do. No,
yeah,
sometimes we do.
10 times. It's like,
Well, I mean, you can have a copy of this if you want.
Cool.
You
No,
have
some-
to do this because
No, I mean, I can literally download and upload a version for you.
but
if you want, but-
anyway,
Cool.
you
That'd be
guys
cool.
play us a
Yeah,
song, please.
lately we've gotten more, but years ago, we could never
Yeah.
get them. It was like too big of a file, and people didn't know how to
Yep.
send them to you and stuff. But
Yep,
but
yep.
lately we have more luck now,
And we never had a makeup artist either. How about you guys?
and it's too late now for that. I think.
play us a song, please.
All right, we'll do. Okay, this is from our. No, we're doing Astoria's.
Yeah, no, we're not going because we're running late.
Oh,
Yeah.
God! Well, now you tell me.
And
Sorry.
I told you that was going to happen, but
All right. Hang on.
and actually, I believe that the songwriter is in the audience out there somewhere, Percy Hilo, because at least he was early on,
Again,
unless we drove him away.
We've done that before.
Yes.
One.
But this is just one of my favorite love songs. For those people who do not remember what an Etzel is, it was an automobile model that the Ford Motor Company put out in the mid 1950s, named after one of Henry Ford's sons. And it was a total bomb. Nobody bought them, and they were
As they
just
say
like,
nowadays, it was the bomb.
it was, nowadays they probably are the bomb. I mean, you could probably get a lot of money if you had an Etzel in running order,
Yeah.
because there's so few of them.
Yeah, but we love this song, and we've played it a bunch, so we can do it again.
Dedicate this to my sweetie.
This is I used to be an Edsel.
Once upon a time, I wasn't worth a dime. All I could hope to get from life was old. Then in the darkest night, the sun was shining bright, 'cause you filled my empty world with a pot of gold. I used to be an Etzel, a failure through and through, but I became a Cadillac when I found you. I was a raging river now I'm a gentle stream. I used to be a nightmare, now I'm just a dream. I used to be a thunderstorm, now I'm a gentle breeze. I was an MX missile, now I'm a nuclear freeze. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through. But I became a Cadillac when I found you. I was lying on rock bottom, now I'm standing right on top. I've become a smash hit, yesterday I was a flop. From a mind once held in low regard, eternal truths now spring. For now I know that love is everything. I used to be a classic bore, now I'm lots of fun. I used to be a strikeout, now I'm a home run. I used to be bad writing, now I'm delightful prose. I used to be a nasty thorn, now I'm a long-stem rose. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through. But I became a Cadillac when I found you. One more time. I used to be an Edsel, a failure through and through. But I became a Cadillac when I found you.
Oh yeah, that was great. That was great.
Thank
All
you,
right.
Percy.
Nah.
Very cool.
What do you need to do? They're going to do some songs, I think. Oh, wait. It's
Aren't you doing another one?
high-tech,
My high-tech thing now. We got to
Yeah,
do this
it's
next.
that
Yep, we
again.
go.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
There
Yeah, the
we go.
position. Get your hand over part of the
Yeah.
end.
Oh,
There
there
we
you
go.
go. Okay.
Okay.
all right. There we go.
Spelling is important, I think.
Right.
Okay. Pokey Inquisition question number 2. And we are kind of, there's a little Kingston Trio thing running through this whole thing. What Calypso song was recorded by Harry Belafonte, the Kingston Trio, and the Beach Boys? One more time. What Calypso song was recorded by Harry Belafonte, the Kingston Trio, and the Beach Boys? This should be easy,
Okay.
but you never know.
You never know. Before we go any further, one thing I'm going to do, I'm going to put one of the things that we do with this show is we like to get some money for our guests, and so dig deep if you can. I'm going to put some links into the chat, and you can avail yourselves of said links. And please do. They're professional musicians. They do this all the time, and it would be very good for you to support them for
This
that
pays
reason.
their rent,
Pays the rent or
buys
whatever.
their groceries,
Yeah. Is gas. There we go.
gas in their car, all that kind of stuff.
Yep. Cool. All right. I'm going to do that right now, and now you guys get to do a tune. I think is that correct?
All right.
Believe.
All
There
right.
you go. Yep. Okay.
Well, so since we're running late, we'll do one, and then you guys.
Oh no. You keep going.
You're
We're fine.
good.
You're fine.
Oh, okay.
There is no set time. We're managing the time. So please.
All right, you guys.
All right.
All right. Well, we'll do another song written by. Come on, you're my name person.
What do you smoke? You just said the name just a little bit ago.
Yeah. Come on, help me out here.
Oh, I'm so terrible. I
Yeah,
can't think of it.
guitar style.
Well, it'll come to us.
We'll play
after.
this song.
Yeah, I'll Google. Somebody Google it.
And
After.
I like this song because it's called "Smoke That Cigarette."
Yeah,
and
who wrote
it was written, years before countless millions of dollars were spent on tobacco research, and people had a real good idea that they might not be good for you just because they were dying and coughing way too much and stuff like that. And I used to smoke a couple different times, and so I'm not preaching, but it's a good song.
You
anyway.
quit many times, and you quit for good many, many, many years ago. Here we go.
Well, I'm a guy with a heart of gold and the ways of a gentleman I'd be told. The kind of guy wouldn't even harm a flea. But if me and a certain character met that fellow invented old cigarette, I'd murder that son of a gun in the first degree. And
it ain't 'cause I did smoke myself, and I know they're really bad for your health. I smoked all my life, but I ain't quite dead yet. Well, the nicotine slaves are all the same in a betting party or poker game. Everything stopped while I have an old cigarette. Oh, now and
Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Do not do it.
puff, 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 and if you smoke yourself to death, now tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Yeah. In the game of chance the other night, old lady Luggage treated me right. Those kings and queens kept coming down. Well, I played them hard, I bet them high, but my bluff wouldn't fool this one old guy. Kept raising the bet and laying his money down. Well, he raised me, I'd raise him. I was sweating blood, it was sink and swim. Finally called me and he did not raise my bet. Well, Ace is full power. How about you? I'll tell you. In a minute or two right now, I'm gonna smoke my old cigar. Yeah. Smoke,
Smoke, smoke that cigarette. Don't do it. Puff, 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 and if you smoke yourself to death, now tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait. You just gotta have another cigarette.
Burn one, baby. Well, the other night I had my date with the cutest little gal in the 48 states, a highbrow, uptown, fancy kind of a dame. Well, she said she loved me and I did agree. Things going like they're supposed. Now hand in hand we strolled down Lover's Lane. She was oh so far from a cake of ice, and our smooching party is going nice. So help me, Hannah, I know I'd be there yet. I gave her a little kiss, a little squeeze. She said, excuse me, Tex, excuse me, please. I'd rather smoke a nasty old cigarette than kiss you. Yeah.
Darn right, baby.
Yeah.
Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. No, do it, please. Puff, puff, puff,
and if you smoke yourself to death, now tell St. Peter at the Golden Gate, you just hate to make him wait, but you just gotta have another cigarette. Yeah. I'm giving up that song. I know Merle Travis liked it,
Merle
though,
Travis.
because he wrote it.
We thought of it at the same time. Halfway through, we looked at
Yeah.
each other. Merle Travis. That's who wrote it.
Yeah, there we go.
Loretta used to smoke.
Yeah.
I used to smoke.
Yeah.
Well, I don't smoke. I smoked like once in my life, and I was in college.
Did
I
you
thought it'd be
smoke the
cool.
whole cigarette or only half?
I smoked a whole cigarette because I thought it'd be really cool, and then I threw up all night. So that was my career.
He learns a lot faster.
That was it. That was it. So I was lucky that way. It only cost me, and I didn't even buy them. I just bummed a cigarette off somebody.
The problem with me, I smoked my first one and I started throwing up, and some late girl came by and went, cool.
Cool, you're throwing up. Oh, he thought you looked cool because you're
Yeah.
smoking. I
Yeah,
get it.
right. Oh, well, yeah, right.
This was before my time.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
It was the thing to do. My folks, when my folks were younger, but I went to
All right,
boarding school, and they
This
used
we
to
haven't
do-
done for years.
Oh,
Wait. He's telling us about going to. You went to boarding school?
I went to boarding school. Yes.
Oh no, tell us.
No, but the one thing was that it was actually a school where it was used for during the war. They used to send kids from the bombing, and so they would evacuate the kids. And so it was but the kids who smoked in an air raid shelter on the grounds.
Right.
Yeah, it was. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's do another one.
Well,
Those are the
but
days.
even like in the Korean Wars, in the World War II, I mean, you got 3 cigarettes in a little package.
Yeah.
With your mess kit. I mean,
Your
with
rations.
Your,
with
sea
your
rations.
your
yeah,
rations.
no, it
right?
K rations.
My parents smoked all the way up until they moved here in 75, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it was the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so we haven't done this since, I mean, for years and years and years, but we used to have a lot of fun with this song. We do these at senior shows. I don't know who wrote it or anything about it. This is the extent of my, well, almost, the extent of my knowledge of anatomy, okay? Here we go.
All right. So somebody Google this while
This
we're
is
singing it.
Halloween,
'Cause,
totally.
yeah, I don't think it's traditional. I think somebody did
I
write
think
it.
this is the key. All right, let's
So,
take our earmuffs off.
Somebody will Google it and tell us at the end who wrote it.
Well, bones and dry bones. We got bones and dry bones. We got bones and dry bones. And you hear the word of the Lord. Well, the head bone connected to the neck bone connected to the shoulder bone connected to the backbone. And you hear the words of the Lord. Well, bones and dry bones. We got bones and dry bones. We got a bones and dry bones. And you hear the word of the Lord. Well, the finger bone connected to the hand bone. The hand bone connected to the arm bone connected to the shoulder bone, and you hear the word of the Lord. Well, bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, and you hear the word of the Lord. Well, the toe bone connected to the foot bone connected to the leg bone connected to the hip bone, and you hear the word of the Lord. Well, bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, and you hear the word. One more time, everybody out there. We got bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, we got bones and dry bones, and you hear the word of the Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a good reason to rehearse, you know.
Did somebody Google it?
I
Did
made
somebody
some-
put?
So you can get
Them
your
bones,
rhythm
and
back.
there's apparently a song by Alice in Chains.
Nah, it's
I know
dry
they didn't write
dry
that.
bones. I think
Yeah.
Dry Bones is the name.
Yeah. dry
Ah,
bones.
okay.
Maybe
It's
somebody will
hard
put
to
it.
drink beer when you're a skeleton, you know. It's just dry bones, man.
There was there's this movie where a skeleton drank and it just sort of went all the way through their bones. I forget which it
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All
I
right.
can't do this on my phone.
Yeah. All right. So
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we got more.
yes, we do.
We do.
Yes,
What
indeed.
is- oh my
Right.
gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, this is where I get to turn away.
Okay, we're gonna we're gonna do a little moving around. So this is a song from World War One. Came across this. What's the name of the group that did this? I forget now. It is a sad, very poignant song, but it's just and it's gorgeous. So we're gonna bring our my harmonium in for this.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and I'm gonna move a microphone for this, so
What's-
bear with us.
What's left of my keyboard skills from my piano lessons when I was 8 years old?
Right. So and do that.
Yeah, the other thing being that World War One.
You have to talk towards that now.
World War One was probably the last war that was not that mechanized, and that a lot of the schleppage, a lot of the drayage was done by horses.
Yes.
And sometimes the horses and the men would be basically drafted from the same farm.
Yep.
And there were times when the horse didn't make it, and there were times when the man didn't make it, and times when both didn't make it, and that's kind of what this song is about.
It's called Home Lad's Home, and it's really it's from the perspective of a young man sitting in the trenches, wondering what life had been like had he not been sitting in the trenches. Yeah.
How's that coming through?
That works nicely. Yeah.
Can you hear it?
Yep.
Whoops. Oh, it just turned. Well, hang on a second. Let me see if I can do something here.
Yeah.
Hey, while he's messing with that, I'm going to tell you, Dry Bones was written by African-American author and composer James Weldon Johnson.
Oh, my goodness.
Song has no exact date of composition, but it was first recorded by the famous Myers Jubilee Singers in 1928.
Ha.
So there.
He's the one who wrote also the Black National Anthem.
Oh, really? Very cool.
Every voice and sing.
Oh, there we go. See,
So, wow.
you find out all sorts of interesting things on the Fortnight of Doom.
Yeah.
But,
Which may serve you well later
there,
in life.
yes, indeed. Yeah. Or not.
Or not, yeah.
All right, so this is Home Lads Home. Behind a trench in Flanders, the sun was dropping low. With tramp and creak and jingle, I heard the gun teams go. And something seemed to mind me, a-dreaming as I lay, of my own old Hampshire village at the quiet end of day. Brown thatch and gardens blooming with lily and with rose, and the cool shining river so pleasant where it flows. Wide fields of oats and barley and elderflower like foam, and the sky filled with sunset and the horses going home. Home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the time for work is over. Oh, there's rest for horse and man when the longest day is done, and they all go home together at the setting of the sun. Old Captain Prince and Blossom, I see them all so plain, with tasseled ear caps nodding along the leafy lane. There's a bird somewhere calling, and the swallow flying low, and there's lads all sitting sideways and singing as they go. Dead lads and shadowy horses, I see them just the same. I see them and I know them, and name them each by name. Going down to shining waters when all the west's aglow, and the lads all sitting sideways and singing as they go. Well, gone is many a lad now, and many a horse gone too, of all those lads and horses in those old fields I knew. There's Dick that died at Quincy, and Prince beside the guns of the red, red road of glory, a mile or two from Mons. Home, lads, home, with the sunlight on their faces. Home, lads, home, to the quiet, happy places. There's rest for horse and man when the hardest fight is done, and they all go home together at the setting of the sun. Behind a trench in Flanders, when the sun was dropping low, with tramp and creak and jingle, I heard the gun teams go. When something seemed to mind me, a-dreaming as I lay, my own old Hampshire village at the quiet end of day. Home, lads, home, all among the corn and clover. Home, lads, home, when the time for work is over. Oh, there's rest for horse and man when the longest day is done, and they all go home together at the setting of the sun.
Wow.
Wow.
That was incredible. Wow. Beautiful.
And you gotta give the cigarette dog some credit too, you know.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Well, all right, well, let's move the microphone back, eh?
Oh, right.
All right, there we go.
Yeah.
All right,
Wow, it's
hang
right
on.
in my face.
There we go. That's back where it should be, I think. Something like that. Hang
Something
on.
like that.
Really?
All right.
Now, this is
We're gonna have one more.
truly a golden oldie.
Yes, indeed.
It's apparently one of the oldest songs in what can be considered English. Comes from Yorkshire. It's called the Lyke-Wake Dirge.
Yorkshire, actually, just so you know.
Sorry.
Or actually,
Anyway.
it's the word Yorkshire. No.
Yorkshire.
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 Yeah,
That's what
I
isn't that what I
lived.
said?
Yeah, Yorkshire. Now I lived. Oh gosh, very close to that. We lived in County Durham, which is just basically just over the way. So
We drove through Durham, saw the cathedral from a distance,
yeah. Hmm.
and we had Durham relatives, so that's sort of.
Right.
Anyway, this tells the story of the soul's journey after death, from the Winnie Moor, the Pine Moors, to the Brig o' Dread, the Bridge of Dread, and finally to what was that? Purgatory's Fire. Yeah.
Oh,
boy.
there we go. Okay,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
So
Oh, did you
don't
know
go
that?
there.
Is that note okay? Are you good?
I don't know.
I'm gonna
What
do
was
it.
it? Oh wait, I can do it on here.
I just gave you a note, for goodness sake.
Same note.
Good.
He liked his better though.
Ready with our miles of reverb?
Miles of reverb. Actually, give me 1 second
You
here.
got 1 second.
A little bit more. Oh, hang on. There we go. Oops. Something like that. Okay.
This ain't it, this ain't it, every need and all, fire and flint and candle lit, and Christ receive thy soul. When thou from hence our wake hast passed, every need and all, to any more thou comest at last, and Christ receive thy soul. And if ever thou gavest hosen or shoon, every need and all, then sit he down and put them on, and Christ receive thy soul. But if hosen and shoon thou ne'er gavest nane, every need and all, thou in he shall prick thee to thy bare bane, and Christ receive thy soul. From Winnie Moor whence thou mayest pass, every need and all, to Brig o' Dread thou comest at last, and Christ receive thy soul. From Brig o' Dread whence thou mayest pass, every need and all, to purgatory fire thou comest at last, and Christ receive thy soul. If ever thou gavest meat or drink, every need and all, the fire shall never make thee shrink, and Christ receive thy soul. If meat or drink thou ne'er gavest nane, every need and all, the fire shall burn thee to thy bare bane, and Christ receive thy soul. This ain't it, every need and all, fire and fleet and candle lit, and Christ receive thy soul.
Yeah. Wow.
Cool.
So,
Wow.
Actually, that's the first time we've done that, isn't it?
maybe.
This is a
Really?
an actual
Wow.
premiere, I think.
For
yeah.
us.
For us, anyway. Yeah.
And just to, because we'd like to, once our friends here do 2 more songs, we'll be signing off. And
Oh,
Yeah.
did we? I do have an answer for the.
Yeah, what's the answer to
oh,
the
we had an answer for
Folky
the
Inquisition?
Fortnite. I mean the
Yeah,
Pokey Inquisition.
And let me heck it. Yeah, and of course, oh, it's a Hank and Claire day. Hank said Sloop John B. Of
Yep.
course.
And we should have done the
We
Sloop
should
John.
have. Should
Oh,
have.
go ahead and do it. We'll end up with one. Do the sloop
No,
John
no,
B.
no, no. It's okay.
No.
No, not gonna do it.
Yep.
Oh.
Anyway, so congratulations, Hank, and Hank.
Claire.
Congratulations, Claire.
Yeah, there we go.
And congratulations to everybody else who has been hanging out with us.
Yes, are we? We're gonna do our
wanna do
afterwards.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The custom has become to do a short Zoom hangout after the official end of the show.
We will,
So while these lovely people are performing, Chris will put the Zoom link out on
Into the chat.
into the chat.
Yep.
So you know if you know how to find the chat, that's
Yeah.
where you'll find it.
Yep.
And you can come and say howdy and
Hang for a little bit, and
hang
then
for a little bit, and we'll. Be friendly.
Yes.
Okay, now let's see. Things that are coming up.
Yes.
November 8th, for those of you of a local situation, we will be sharing an evening with the wonderful folks, Christy and Steve Niebel.
Yep.
Very talented Tacomites, from Tacoma, that is.
yes.
And we will be up at the Couth Buzzard.
Yes, the new
improved.
the new and improved Couth Buzzard.
Buzzard.
Yeah.
With an expanded menu, so come and eat, drink, and
Be merry.
buy a book too while
Yeah,
you're there,
exactly.
but
Yeah.
not necessarily while we're singing.
Anyway, but
Yeah, but that's November 8th, and then on November 30th, we will do the last Fortnight of Doom of the year.
yes.
And we will be having as our guests the wonderful duo from Portland,
Shanghai
on the Willamette.
Yes.
So this will be a really super show.
Yeah.
And hope you will come by and check it out.
Ah, damn it.
So those of you who are watching tonight who haven't seen us before and would like to save those links to our shows on either Facebook or YouTube, please join us then on the 30th.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
and,
indeed.
Let's see.
And
what
then
else?
we're actually not going. We're not going to do a Fortnight of Doom in December, generally because there's too much going on at that
Yeah.
point. So, but
including on Friday the 13th of December.
yeah.
We will be joining our emeritus member Rob Neisler at Egan's Ballard Jam House, right there in beautiful downtown Ballard on Market Street.
For a very whateverly Christmas.
And we will be doing all kinds of amazing stuff, and we kind of go like from hundreds of years ago to right now. And we've actually added a couple of new songs this year.
Yep.
Including we will be doing this year Tom Lehrer's Hanukkah in Santa Monica.
Yep.
Cool.
So we're working that up.
Working that up. Yep.
Just because it's so hilarious.
Yes. And of course, if you don't know, we wander and stray careen from Christmas music. It's not your usual stuff.
No,
not even close.
Well, I mean, we do a doo-wop version of Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That's about as normal as we get.
That's pretty much normal. The rest of it is pretty much weird.
Yeah.
All right, so please take us out with a couple of tunes, if you would.
All right.
We'll do it. And so here we'll dedicate this to our little, I hate to even say it. Can you handle it? Our little Papillon Lulu of 14 years is in home hospice
She's
right
in
now.
hospice.
Right
She's over
there.
here, and she's
very
14.
comfortable and
She's an old
and
lady.
sleeping for the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, she's
But
on
I
her
always
way.
felt sorry for people that don't have a dog. I'm presuming we have dog people out there. Indeed. So I don't know if we would have got through that pandemic without one, you know?
Yeah, Lulu got us through it.
Dogs love the pandemic. Think if you're a dog and your owners come home and sit down on the couch for 2 years, it's like dog heaven. So we'll dedicate this to good dogs everywhere. And I've always just felt sorry for people that didn't have one sometime during their life. So you ought to get a hound.
if you'll be staying home for about 2 years, with all your kids are all alone. Quick, get yourself to the shelter or a store and bring a dog bag home. I feel sorry for those that don't have one, or maybe even two. For everyone alive deserves true love, even politicians do. Love at first sight, unconditional love, companion brave and true. But it's for life with a waggly tail, loyal and true. Well, maybe you can't see or hear or taste or have no sense of smell. Well, a dog can help you with these things and save you when you fall into a well. Or maybe you need a security guard or a nurse when you fall ill. A psychiatrist there beside your own couch, and a dog would not send you a bill, yeah. Love at first sight, unconditional love, companions brave and true. But is for life with a waggly tail, loyal and true. Take him for a walk now. Well, there's Dachshunds and Dalmatians, Chihuahuas and Great Danes, Scooby-Doo, Snoopy and Snoopy. There are Bulldogs for Churchill and Corgis for the Queen, and lucky mongrel mutt that looks like me. From hundreds of breeds you can select, or a mongrel mutt or mix. All the ladies cry out cute when you take your walk in the park. Yes, a dog can really help you pick up sticks. Yeah. There's a Lassie and a Benji and a Rin Tin Tin waiting for you at the pound, at the animal shelter or a good pet store. Go get yourself a hound. Go get yourself a hound.
Go get yourself a hound.
Go
Arf, arf, arf. Get
a hound.
Oh, I love that.
Yes, indeed. Get a hound. Yes.
Yes.
All of the many, many dogs on our neighborhood street here are immortalized in that song because they all got credit on the recording as well. 'Cause we went down the street with my typical pocket full of milk bones and a little recording device, and we had many, many wonderful voices. on that
Taped
song.
all the neighborhood dogs, and they all got credit. We put all their
Lulu
names
actually
in the back.
counted us in.
Yeah, she's got good rhythm. So we're going to end up with one on the old time banjo. And I'll play guitar in this one.
And like we were saying earlier, a lot of these ballads, well, a lot of them deal with questionable issues, all kinds of horrible stuff, but they do it for a good reason because it funnels down to the end of the song, where oftentimes a very immoral or just very helpful, important lesson is passed on. And we do feel like that, even though this song was from the 1880s,
Yeah.
I do believe that even today, at least half, maybe more, the people in the United States will agree with the lesson of this old ballad.
Cool.
And it's a very important lesson. And Curtis is about to tell us
And
what
the
it
lesson
is.
is, I should have listened to what my mama said.
You always should listen to your mama. Good idea.
Okay, so I'm wearing my, no, not wearing, okay. Oh, there's my earmuffs. Hang on.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not supposed to have our
Yeah, we don't have.
they're not earmuffs, they're
So we're probably,
headphones.
yeah. Anyway, okay, this is called Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. And it's a call and answer, but we hope you folks out there.
Thank you all for listening. Thank you, Dan and Chris, for having us.
Yeah,
You guys
these-
are way too much fun.
Yeah, and I just think what we all do as folk musicians is quite subtle, but incredibly more important and helpful than anybody knows. I really do. So help us out on Hand Me Down My Walking Cane. Oh, and let's dedicate it real quick.
Oh, okay, all right. We got a little history lesson, very quick. Does anybody remember this name from history? Harry Byrne. Back in 1920, when the 19th Amendment was about to be passed, when women could get the right to vote.
This is after about 1830
Yeah.
to 1920.
Decades
It's worth
and
of work
decades
of women. Yeah.
women and men too, fighting for women for the right to vote. And it was passed by the United States government, but it had to go to each state to get ratified. It had to be ratified by 36 states. Some states said yes, some said no. And it came down to Tennessee. They were going to be the 36th yes, if they voted yes. And it came down to the morning of the vote, and half of the men in the House of Representatives had decided they would vote against, half had decided they would vote for.
One vote. It came down to one
man
vote.
was on the fence. He couldn't decide. And before the vote that morning, his mother, Feb Byrne, sent him a message, sent him a letter and said, Harry, listen to your mama and you vote for the ladies. And he did. And he changed it.
Hand me down. Thank you so much. Now hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Well,
Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins I've taken away.
now hand me down
Hand me down
that jug of corn.
that jug of corn.
Well, hand me down
Hand me down
that jug of corn.
that jug of corn.
Well,
Hand me down that jug of corn. We'll have a time sure as you're born. All my sins I've taken away.
I had too much
Had too much
and I went to jail.
and I went to jail.
Well, I had too much
Had too much
and I went to jail.
and I went to jail.
Well, I
Had too much and I went to jail. Nobody came to go my bail. All my sins I've taken away.
Well, the beans was hard
Beans was hard
and the meat was fat.
and the meat was fat.
Well, the beans was hard
Beans was hard
and the meat was fat.
and the meat was fat.
Well,
Beans was hard and the meat was fat. Lord, I couldn't eat nothing like that. All my sins I've taken away.
Well, I wish I'd listened
I wish I'd listened
what Mama said.
what Mama said.
Well, if I'd listened
If I'd listened
what Mama said.
what Mama said.
Well,
If I listened what Mama said, I'd be sleeping in a feather bed. All my sins I've taken away.
Everybody now, hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Hand me down
Hand me down
my walking cane.
my walking cane.
Well,
Hand me down my walking cane. I'm gonna ride that midnight train. All my sins I've taken away.
There they go.
All my sins I've taken away. Yeehaw.
Listen to what your mama said. Yeah.
Taken away. That's a lot.
Great.
just with one song. All right, grab your cups, glasses, and
Oh, yes. All right.
What's happening?
do the ritual.
Oh, yeah. Let me put my ears on. I want to hear the
He
toast.
just got to get his ears.
Otherwise, I have to fake it like I heard it.
He says, "What's going on?" He said, "Get a cup. Get a cup." Here we go.
All right.
All right.
It's the usual toast to our audience.
To our audience.
Ah, yes.
Without you, we would just be practicing.
Or yeah.
All right, practicing with you there. Yes.
There we
indeed.
go. Yeah.
Cheers.
Drinking
Cheers,
and
everybody.
rehearsing. There we go. All right. Well, I'm gonna take us off of live, and we'll wait to see if anybody shows up. And I'm gonna do that right now. So just hang there. Don't go anywhere. And
Okay. Hang here. Okay.